So the first topic I'm going to talk about is the Batman's return in theaters on August 28th. It's also going to have a sneak peek attached to it for the Penguin show, so I'm really excited for that show. But I love seeing this because I love the Robinson Batman movie. That's like one of my favorite Batman movies. I thought Matt Reeves did a great job with that movie. And if you haven't seen The Batman, check it out in the theaters for that limited release. Because I think, like I said, it's one of the best Batman movies. I really like. I cannot wait for the Penguin show. I can't wait for Batman too. So this is awesome news as somebody who loves that Batman movie. The next thing I'm going to talk about is that Channing Tatum was talking about how it was a great joy to actually get to play Gambit, and that it's up to Kevin Feige byline about whether to about like a Gambit movie happening. And he said he was definitely up to do a Gambit movie because obviously back in the Fox era, he was originally going to play Gambit. He came out with all the X-Men cast members at one of the conventions I remember where you saw a bunch of Fox era actors of the X-Men era. And I'll say this: I would love to see that happen. I think he played a great Gambit in Deadpool Wolverine. I feel like they nailed the costume too. I love how it looked like the costume from the '90s show. And he just did a great job with the accent and bringing that charm to Gambit. Like to me, that felt like Gambit straight out of the comics to me in Deadpool and Wolverine, and I would love to see him get to play that character in his own movie. And I think it could happen because he does. So they do show on the TV screen at the end. I think it was in the mid credit or post credit scene. I can't remember if the scene was after the credits or before the credits, but the scene at the end when you see Deadpool call back to showing Johnny Storm did talk trash about Cassidy Nova. I think somebody pointed out you see on the computer screen that you see Gambit went back to his own timeline. So I mean, he's never. You can. I think there's a way you can maybe do a Gambit with him because of the fact that, and then you have the whole multiverse saga with the fact that he never was in the Fox era X Men stuff. And like I said, it's basically you're saying it's up to Bob Iger and Kevin Feige. So I would love to see a Gambit movie with Channing Tatum. I think he did a great job in this movie, and it made me actually really interested to see what he would do in a solo movie. The next topic is Kraven is officially all rated, which the weighting doesn't matter to me personally. Like there's certain characters where I feel like you need them to be all weighted. Like I'm happy that Blade is going to be all weighted if that movie ever happens. And Deadpool needs to be all weighted to me. Fits the character. Kraven, I think it is good to have. I think Kraven should be all rated, but at the same time, at the end of the day, all rating doesn't mean the movie's going to be good or bad. It's a rating. And I'm just not really excited for this Kraven movie. None of the trailers have like really done it for me. I think there's only been like one trailer release, I believe, for Kraven so far. But like I just not really excited for these Sonyverse movies without Spider-Man all that much. Like I'm excited for Venom 3 because I don't know why, but I actually did love the second Venom movie. Like I'm excited for that one, but Craven I just feel like I feel about Man Web, like zero excitement for it. So waiting doesn't mean anything to me whether the movie's all weighted or not. I mean I think Craven I'm glad Craven is a character that since he is a villain, I do want to see do want him to be all weighted in the movie, but at the same time it's like that doesn't mean the movie's gonna be any good. The next thing is Beetlejuice, they put out a new Beetlejuice 2 trail, like a minute long trail, like a couple of days ago. I thought this was a great minute trail. Like, I can't wait for Beetlejuice Beetlejuice. Like, I love the original movie. I think the trails have been fantastic. I love the fact in this minute trail you see him, like, singing a song at the beginning to, like, he's trying to get the test on the main character from the original movie, which I thought this was a funny moment in the trailer. And overall, just a great trailer. So I can't wait for Beetlejuice Beetlejuice. Like basically like trying to serenade her, which I thought was just a really funny moment in the show. But can't wait for the Beetlejuice sequel. Next in is Netflix cancels Zack Snyder's Army of Dead universe. Which I'll be honest, I don't mind really personally. Like I enjoyed Army of the Dead. It's not great, but I enjoyed it. And then Army of Thieves I love, but he didn't direct that movie. And I know like he was trying to do like a whole universe when it came to like animated stuff, TV stuff maybe, but it's basically trying to do a whole Army of the Dead universe. And I could also see Netflix doing this based on how the Rebel Moon movies have done. Because when you count the two cuts, you count four movies. and those movies were not received well. So I can see maybe Netflix kind of like being like, I don't know if I really want to do a whole Army of Dead universe with Zack Snyder. Because like I said in my review for Web of Moon movies, he's gotten to me worse as a director, and like I said, I enjoyed Army of the Dead, but it wasn't like a movie that I love, and I'm not really sad about the idea of not having like a whole universe and Netflix canceling it. The last thing is Quad 2 is in the works. I love the first Quad movie. It was one of my favorite Monster Feast movies. So I'm glad to hear the sequel's coming. Like, to me, this is definitely a movie I'm excited about. And personally, for me, like I said, I thought it was a great Monster Feast in the first movie. Like, I loved the characters in the first movie, and it was one of my favorite Monster Feasts. So, can't wait for Quad 2. So that's all the movie topics today. Until next time, movie fans.